For cheap gold, items and other boosts for Diablo 4, visit aoeah.com. Check out the link in the description, you get 3% off with the code ARIAT. Hello and welcome everybody. In this guide I will show you my Heartseeker build for Season 5. I have tested it on the PTR and I did not see any changes in the balance update, so it will stay strong. This rogue can run higher pits fast and easy, and also killing bosses is no big deal. An S-tier build all around. Let's start with the skill tree. Of course we maximize Heartseeker. Since both skill enhancements are useful, I sometimes switch in between. In the second cluster we only take the passive skills Sturdy and Siphoning Strikes with 3 points each. Then we play Shadow Step, Caltrops and Dash, but also Concealment, Smoke Grenade and Dark Shroud. We also take Frigid Finesse and, very important, the key passive Victimize. Therefore we will stack as much vulnerable damage as possible. We play the Expertise Inner Sight because the others are completely useless. In the Paragon system I play 7 glyphs. Control is nice because we can trigger crowd control effects on almost all skill buttons. Fluidity because we regularly use different agility skills. Exploit should be clear, we wanna have the vulnerable damage. And Ambush also pays because we play Caltrops. So for maximum damage we have to use them. Pride adds another multiplicative damage bonus and also increases nearby nodes. So I have put it into the No Witnesses board to increase life and damage. Finally, I played Chip and Devious in my last 2 boards. Now the equipment. In the endgame we will play Harlequin Crest and the new unique armor. As long as you don't have yet, play Undying and Might aspect on helm and chest. Here you can see the aspects I recommend for the build. Of course we put Moonrise and Adaptability on the two-handed weapon and amulet. I play Umbrus on the pants and Frostbitten on the shoes. I don't use the aspect of Concussive Strikes right now, but you can keep it in mind as an alternative. That's why I also added it to this overview. On the gloves we look for lucky hit chance, attack speed and critical strike chance or damage to vulnerable. I guess the new reworked Fists of Fate will also do a good job here. The pants should have ranks to Heartseeker and the shoes movement speed, ideally both as greater affixes. We also should watch for armor and resistances, otherwise dexterity and life are also useful of course. We need weapons with vulnerable damage, dexterity and life, and we prefer both for higher attack speed. The rings should have lucky hit chance and attack speed. The third affix can be vulnerable damage, but chance to make enemies vulnerable on lucky hit is also very useful. On the amulet we could benefit from extra ranks to Exploit and Malice, or even Frigid Finesse. Now about the tempers. On the weapons we add chance for additional Heartseeker projectiles, and wherever possible we use the Cutthroat Finesse recipe to add vulnerable damage. The utility slots should add chance to freeze or stun unlucky hits, and we aim for some extra movement speed on the boots. We can use the defensive tempers to apply armor and resistances if needed, otherwise dodge chance is great for the rogue. So that's my basic setting. It's very comfortable to play because Heartseeker does not consume energy, so we can shoot like we just don't care. But I also want to show you another variant that will buff your endgame damage. The Shard of Veratiel adds up to 300% multiplicative damage to all basic skills, and also additional ranks and attack speed. But it will make the basic skills cost resources, so we also have to add the Ring of Starless Skies and some mechanic to charge up energy if needed. A simple solution would be to play the Umbral aspect on the ring slot. We've got plenty crowd control effects, so when low on energy, just shadow step into a group or dash through some monsters to recharge. When playing the Shard, you have to care about your energy, so try not to miss too many shots. and maybe temper some additional resource generation on your jewelry. Since Heartseeker also adds basic attack speed, we don't urgently need Rapid aspect any longer. So when changing the setting, put out Rapid, Elements and Edgemaster, and put in Shard, Starless Skies and the Umbral aspect. With these two variants, you should be well prepared for the new season. You can also find the planner link in the description below. And remember, several item slots have multiple options and alternatives. Finally, some words about the gameplay. In most cases, we will just shoot our enemies from safe distance. Smoke grenades and caltrops can of course crowd control enemies, but we also need them to deal maximum damage, so make sure to use them in boss fights as well. We've got 2 mobility skills. Dash is great for evading or for moving forward on the map. And with Shadow Step, we will rush at enemy groups to stun them and make them vulnerable. By the way, Shadow Step is also a stun breaker. With our last skill button, we have to decide between Concealment and Dark Shroud. Thanks to the new unique armor, Dark Shroud finally is worth to be put into the skill bar. On active use, we can make the rogue immune for 3 seconds. So that's nice for higher dungeons, and also in boss fights it can save you in a bad situation. In lower dungeons or Helltide, we won't need to become immune, so here Concealment is more useful. But I also sometimes use it in higher dungeons as well, because the opportunity to become invisible has some unique advantages. Further, Concealment makes your character unstoppable as well, and generates 40 energy on activation, so you can also use it as a stun breaker or to recharge resources. Best will be to try out the different variants by yourself, and I really wish you a successful season start. I say goodbye, take care, and may the loot be with you.
Follow me. Thanks. I'll be seeing you.